In this episode of Business Secrets, we're breaking down the #1 productivity hack from Tim Ferriss's 4-Hour Workweek that will help you work smarter, not harder. The concept is simple, yet most people don't apply it. Batching. Tim shows us how to use batching to accomplish more in less time, make better decisions faster, and achieve greater success with less effort. But here's the deal. You won't actually learn anything new if you don't put in the work yourself. So, while you're listening to this video, go ahead and pull out a pen and paper. I'm going to walk you through 3 steps to master batching. It'll only take a couple minutes. And once you do, you'll be able to immediately start improving your productivity at work. So let's dive in. Step 1. Think like a scientist. There are 2 ways people approach their tasks and projects: artfully and scientifically. Thinking like an artist means doing things because they seem cool or interesting. Thinking like a scientist means doing things because there's data to back it up. Artists think emotionally. Scientists think logically. We want to become scientists. An easy way to decide whether you're thinking like an artist or a scientist is to ask yourself one question before starting any task or project. Why am I doing this? If your answer is anything other than because there's data to suggest it will have a positive impact, then you're thinking like an artist. You need to reframe your thinking. Let me give you an example. Say you run a small business and you feel like it's about time to hire your first employee. So you post a job ad on LinkedIn. Is that the best thing for your business right now? Or would it be better to spend more time perfecting your sales process so that when you hire that first employee, they can hit the ground running? When you ask yourself why you're taking certain actions, if your answer is simply because everyone else is doing it, you're thinking like an artist. Instead, you should think like a scientist and ask, does hiring an employee right now make sense for my business? Is it the best use of my time and resources? If not, what should I do instead? That's the kind of thinking that leads to success. That's the kind of thinking that helps you stand out from the crowd. Step 2. Identify your highest leverage activities. Once you start thinking like a scientist, the next step is to identify your highest leverage activities. These are the things you should be spending most of your time on. To find your highest leverage activities, ask yourself 3 questions. What do I enjoy doing the most? What am I good at? And what moves the needle for my business? These are your highest leverage activities. Double down on them. It's also important to identify your lowest leverage activities. These are the things that take up a lot of your time, but don't really move the needle for your business. Outsource or automate these tasks so that you can focus on the things that matter most. A great way to cut through all the noise and figure out what matters most is to look at your calendar. Look at how you spend your time on a day-to-day basis. Are you spending enough time on your highest leverage activities? If not, what can you do to free up your time? This might mean cutting out some of the lowest leverage activities entirely, or it might mean finding ways to outsource or automate them. One of the best ways to find out what you should be spending more time on is to ask your customers or clients directly. Ask them what they love about working with you and what they would like to see you do more of. Then ask yourself, am I spending enough time on the things my customers and clients value the most? If not, what can I do to change that? By spending more time on the things that matter most, you'll be able to achieve better results and get closer to your goals. Step 3. Protect your time. After identifying your highest leverage activities, The next step is to protect your time. Set aside specific blocks of time each day to work on these activities. During these blocks of time, turn off all distractions and focus on the task at hand. This might mean turning off your phone, closing unnecessary tabs on your computer, or even putting on headphones to signal to others that you are not to be disturbed. It might also mean setting boundaries with others. Let them know that you're unavailable during these blocks of time and that you'll get back to them when you're finished. A huge part of protecting your time is learning to say no. Saying no to others is one of the most powerful things you can do to ensure that you have time for the things that matter most. It can be difficult to say no, especially if you're a people pleaser, but it's important to remember that you can't do everything for everyone. You have to prioritize the things that matter most to you and your business. One way to make it easier to say no is to have a go-to response that you can use when someone asks you to do something that you do not have time for. Something along the lines of, "I'm flattered that you asked me to do this, but I'm unable to commit at this time. I hope you understand. Thank you again for the opportunity." Another way to protect your time is to set deadlines for yourself. This isn't the same as setting goals. Goals give you something to aim for. Deadlines give you a sense of urgency. When you set a deadline for yourself, you're telling yourself, "This is important. I need to get it done by this date." This helps you focus and get things done quickly. One way to set deadlines for yourself is to use a calendar. Block out time each day for the things you want to get done, and treat those blocks of time as if they were unbreakable appointments. Another way to set deadlines for yourself is to use a to-do list app. There are many great options available, so find one that works for you and start using it every day. When you follow these 3 steps, you'll be able to maximize your time and get more done in less time. You'll also be able to make better decisions faster and achieve greater success with less effort. So, what are you waiting for? Give batching a try today and see how much of a difference it can make in your life. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more business secrets. Thanks for watching.